So WikiLeaks released some more Podesta emails, and these might actually have a really big story in it. And I actually found this right as I was making this video, so I didn't even think I would include it, but it's a really big story. There's also some stuff in these about more collusion between Hillary's campaign and the DNC, and more evidence of media manipulation. But the really big thing to come out of this is in September of 2014, she sent an email to Podesta, and Hillary said in this email that Saudi and Qatar secretly fund ISIL. Now the problem with this is she still accepts donations from these governments and countries through the Clinton Foundation. And she accepted them after this email came out. So she got money from Qatar, the Qatar government, after this email came out saying she knows that that government funds ISIL. So that's a pretty big problem, because that would mean that if she were to be elected president, she would have got there through donations through countries that also funded the world's biggest terrorist organization. She got money from the same people that gave money to ISIS. So I have the sources right there, you can check that all out, but basically she accepted money from these places after she said these places fund ISIS. We all know that these places fund ISIS, but her saying that just makes it a million times worse, because she can't pretend that she doesn't know, because she said it right there. So the second one here is kind of a weird story. Apparently this guy named Bill Ivey, who worked for the National Endowment for the Arts and was appointed by Bill Clinton, he sent this email out that said that we need to create a more unaware and complacent society. You can read the whole thing, but it's kind of bad that this guy's going around saying we need to create a more unaware and complacent society. I mean, why would he be saying that? If you want to look up who he is, he's well connected and he was appointed by Bill Clinton, so he's not some nobody. The next story we have is that a Clinton campaign staffer called Bernie people whiny, which I don't really care about these petty insults. I mean, it's just words. I've never really cared about words. There's a lot more important things out there. But I thought I would include it because it shows that Clinton is only working with Bernie because she needs those younger people's vote. I mean, she really does not care about his platform or whatever he has to offer. So this one's just to kind of give you guys a behind the scenes look of campaign. Hillary's essentially frustrated with her campaign because they're only giving her poll tested lines and she's not making as much progress as she wants. I mean, it's just so fake. She doesn't really talk from her heart. She just takes whatever sounds good and uses that. Moving on, this is a big story too. Her campaign's kind of venting here that they weren't consulted before Debbie Wasserman Schultz hired a convention CEO. And I mean, I don't know why they would consult the Hillary campaign about the CEO of the DNC. And the way they're talking, and the way they're talking in this email, it kind of sounds like they think they're in charge of this, or that they should have a lot of say in who the DNC CEO is. But I guess you would have to ask them, but you can check that email out in the description too. This one's also to just show you kind of behind the scenes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening that people don't know about, or that I guess they just don't think about, but this email is showing another controlled leak, which is where a campaign wants to say something, but they don't want to actually say it, so they'll leak it to the news or the public or something. They didn't want to show that she's opposed to the Keystone Pipeline because she didn't want to actually say it, but they wanted to let people know she's opposed to it by leaking it. Which, I mean, it's just so untransparent. I mean, I don't know why people do this. I feel like they would have more success if they were just honest. That's just my take though. So I'll leave you guys off with this video. Apparently it's CNN telling their focus group how to react to a question. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I mean, she could just be repeating what was said on the video, but I'll let you guys decide for yourself, and I'll see you next time.
That America already is great, but we are great because we are good.
America's great. All right, so I want to ask you, what was it about Hillary Clinton's argument that resonated with you following Donald Trump's defense of the video?
Now which way do we go is the question to